Hey guys, welcome back to Burnout's Hot Rod Shop. Today, we're going to do a fix-it-up episode. So it was going to be a one for, but it's going to be a two for now. What I mean by that is I did some trading with our friend of the show, Failure at Retirement. He was looking for some wrenches. I was looking for a ratchet. And we did a swap, shipped stuff back and forth to one another. And I ended up with this guy from Failure. This is a quarter drive box head. Got the standard Craftsman logoing on it, and forged in USA with the flying V. One cool thing about it is it has the earlier tall switch. So I was all excited to get this thing. Turns really nice. We're going to take it apart, clean it up. It's fairly clean, but give a little bit of that burnout touch, give you guys something to see. Well, the day before I received this in the mail, I was walking through my local flea market and picked up this one. This one's a little crustier. Up around the Craftsman logo, you can kind of see we got some crustiness in there. We've got the wrong screws. These are button head screws. Flatheads. This side of the plate has really been worn out, or that one's in really nice shape. But that's okay. We'll clean it up. We'll get them both clean. And we'll have some fun taking them apart, cleaning them up, putting them back together. And hopefully we'll have a couple of working ratchets when we're done. Not like I did yesterday. So you guys didn't see that one. And you probably haven't actually even seen the video of me getting it yet in the tool haul. That'll probably be in this upcoming week for you guys. But I did pick up a Proto quarter drive, and it was froze up. I got it freed up. Some 3-in-1 oil dripped all over the place, and took the channel locks, worked it back and forth a little bit, got it to click. Said, okay, well, I'm gonna take this apart, clean the junk out of the inside. Got it apart. The teeth were not in bad shape. There was one that had a little nick in it. But I'm like, you know what? There's some crud down in the gear, in the anvil gear, so I'm gonna clean that up. And I did. And it caught the very last grouping of teeth. It caught on my wire wheel, went down and smacked the wooden board underneath it, and shot up that way in the air towards the Cobra. I don't think it hit it, but I don't know because I can't find it. So I lost that quarter drive anvil for that Proto ratchet. But luckily, you can still buy the rebuild kits for those Protos. Stanley still sells them. They have them listed on Amazon Marketplace for $15. You get the entire kit. So the plate in it was real pitted. So I'll get a new plate to go with it. I'll get new springs. The springs seem to be okay, but I'll get new springs, new switch, new everything. I'm not going to swap all the pieces out, but I'll do the springs, I'll do the plate, and then, of course, the anvil since I can't find the one I got. But enough about the Proto I can't find the pieces for. Let's get into these two Craftsman Boxheads. What do you say? All right, so this is the first one. It's the one I got from Failure. Thanks again, man. This thing is nice. There's really nothing wrong with this guy. A little bit of cleanup there across the top of that panel. We'll get it apart. We'll lubricate it. Maybe clean some of these socket scores off the plate. That's really it. It just needs a good cleaning. We'll be back in business. This is the $5 one I picked up at the local flea market. You see the screws are completely wrong, but they work. At least they're not higher than the switch, right? Body has a little bit of scuffing, a little dirt around the oiler. See that oiler, a little different. When we look at these, we talk about the switch size. Let's flip this one this way. Let's see if we can get them straight. That one holds nice in the straight position. So does this one. So there we can see how tall that one is. And now that one. So in the same frame, the one on bottom, you can see how much taller it is. So that's the difference between when they talk about the early switch that's more pronounced and the later switch that's more flat. Hope that helps you guys out. Let's get these guys apart. First step in that is we take a handy dandy pick and we drop it. You're not started until you drop the tool. Yeah. Well, Doug tells us if there's not a chisel in it, it's not really a tool, huh? Well, we're not really working on them unless we've dropped a tool, right? This one's clean. I don't know, Failure, if you clean this one or not. You very well may have. There's not even much down in the screws, man. While we're here with the pick, I'm just going to go in and loosen up anything that might be along that edge. And that one. And we'll do the same with this guy. See, that was just packed in grease more than anything else. So this one's in pretty good shape. So first we'll take this one apart. Got this, I don't know if it's homemade, I don't know what it is. Nice little orange ball screwdriver. Works really well for these small screws where you gotta get in there and use some palm pressure. It took that Proto apart really nice and easy yesterday. And put it back together, minus a piece. Yeah, I'm a little sore about losing that piece of that Proto, in case you didn't notice. It's one thing about doing tools is it's inevitable. You're going to launch something across the shop. So you might as well enjoy it, right? So here we are. Dry. So yeah, Failure didn't have this one apart. But all in all, in pretty good shape. Teeth are all in nice shape. We'll try not to launch it. Put it crusty down in there. Especially with these little guys. Getting in them with the pick is usually pretty helpful. These box heads, I do not take the switch out of them unless I absolutely have to. Yep, this is all just dry grease. So yeah, you can see in here that white residue, that's all just dried grease. On this one, since we've got the wrong screws, use this Craftsman flathead. I always like to check one. And check two. Just to make sure I've not got one that's going to fight me. And then I like put it back together and say screw it. Because like if one of them would have been fighting me from the ratchet from Failure, I probably would have just put some oil in the oiler. Yeah, in that thing. And called it a day. This one, I think whoever cleaned it up last probably did not take the plate off of it. You saw me get the other one apart. I'll get this one apart, and I'll get set up for the wire wheel. We'll take all the pieces to the wire wheel. We'll be right back. Okay, so we're back from the cleanup. I did not wire wheel these, except for this piece right here. So this cover has been brazed. Someone tried to do a repair with braze on it. That's why it looks the way it does with that gold tone. This one from failure, I also hit a little bit. I was real careful with it, but you can still see it's got some coloration coming through, but not bad. I just used brake clean on the anvils and on the bodies. So got the insides of bodies fairly clean. Outsides look pretty good. I will actually use the rotary tool just to go through and do a quick cleanup, and then we will polish these and put them back together. So let's get the rotary tool out. Let's see if we can get these things looking a little bit better. So one thing with doing something like the anvil is you want to make sure that you get around all the way. So I like to put the ball detent up. All right, so I'll clean this one up off camera. You saw what I did on that one. Otherwise, the bodies are ready for polish. So I'll be right back and we'll polish those up. All right, so let's get these guys wiped off and put back together. What do you say? This is the one from failure. Shined up real pretty. And this is the flea market one. This one's got a little bit of compound in it still. I got to run that switch and stuff pretty good. And this one cleaned up real nice too. So we'll get them back together with all of their original components. And we got some compound inside of this one. There we go. So we'll take the old trusty super lube. So as you're watching this, if you're watching it the weekend that it airs, Harbor Freight has a 30% off of anything. If you're inside track, anything under $20. If you're not inside track, it's anything under 10. So things like super lube and tub of towels, and possibly even Evaporust are on sale. That's always a good time if you've got a local Harbor Freight to head down, pick up the supplies you need. Get a little bit of a discount, right? Not talking politics with you guys, but in this economy, who wants to pay full price for anything? I don't know about you guys, but my electric bill skyrocketed yet again. Again, not to talk politics, but I will say, don't go blaming that on the other party, because it's happened under both. See, we will always make sure the switch is not on the anvil side. And even though I super lube them, I still like to get a little bit of 3-in-1 down in there. Especially around the bat wings on these, because I don't pull them out. And put this crunchy one back in here. Much like removing both screws, I also like to make sure that both screws are in and started. Just taking to touch before I take them all the way down. That one turns great that way and that way. I think maybe whoever put the larger screws in that one and brazed it, maybe they messed up that plate, because they are, not only are they flathead, button head flatheads, they are quite a bit larger diameter screw. So I'm wondering if they had to do that as part of fixing that plate. And you don't have to crank the hell out of these things. Just get them good and snug. There's that one that way. And back that way. A little oily. No big deal there. We don't mind a little oil on our tools. Keeps them functioning. So now this is the $5 flea market pickup. This one will go in my set. And this one's a special one. This is for my buddy Failure at Retirement. And this one is going to go in my Craftsman mini toolbox. It's a Harbor Freight when I put a Craftsman sticker on. But still, it's my Craftsman mini box. Right next to the Circle to You that I got from George. This tool game is a brotherhood. Us tool guys, we enjoy getting together. We enjoy talking tools. We enjoy commiserating, the whole 9 yards. Guys like Failure, he's all the way on the other side of the country. So it's tough for him to get out to someplace like Jacktown. But I appreciate you, brother. So what did you guys think? Those cleaned up pretty well, I thought. So hopefully you like that. And I've done quite a few ratchets lately, especially these box heads. I keep getting them. I actually picked up another one yesterday. I don't think you'll see the video until Tuesday. So stay tuned. It's not a quarter. I'll tell you that. Itchy nose. So that was fun. I'll try to move on to something other than ratchets and adjustable wrenches. I feel like that's been my cleanups lately, been ratchets and adjustable wrenches back and forth. We'll see what we do next time. No guarantee exactly when that's going to be, but it'll be a fun one. And I just want to again, I was looking down to see which one I was grabbing. Say thank you to Failure. I'll make sure I show the right one. The right one. Thank you to Failure for sending this to me. I really appreciate it. It really means a lot. And like I said in the video, that one's going in my little Craftsman mini box that I made. And it will be sitting right there with the Circle U from George and the poker chip from Bigfoot. So I appreciate you, brother. And remember, guys, until next time, I'm Burnout. I love you. And there ain't nothing you can do about it.